Hello, welcome to the first edition of Y.A.P Youth About Politics. I'm Isabella Dickmeyer. I am a 7th grade student from Minnesota, and I've been involved in politics. My family has involved me in politics and encouraged me to think for myself and not let anybody else tell me different. This show is about educating the general youth, this generation of youth, about politics and what it'll mean for them in their future. Because in 4 years, only 4 years, we are going to have to vote. And people who are older than me, older than 7th grade, have even less time than that. And this generation of youth, we have to know what we need to know before this election comes up, the next election or in the next 4 years. We have to know what it is because we are going to inherit this earth, and we have to know what is good and what is bad because things are not going to be done for us. We have to do them ourselves. We have to get out there. We have to say things. We have to voice our opinions, and we have to know what is going on because if we don't know what's going on by the time that 4 years has gone up, we're going to be completely clueless by the time we get to the voting ballot time. I created the show because of the 2016 election. I wasn't too very happy about how the election results turned out, and I wanted to create the show because I need to voice my opinion, and we need to voice our opinions and make sure that we are heard. All of us need to be heard because we are the future. I am the future. We are all the future, and we need to know what is going on. I was also in the Million Women March on January 21st in Minnesota, St. Paul, and I was in one of the very, very many 660 marches that were going on around the world, worldwide, and I got to see how words can move a country, who can move a state. And people were raising their voices and making sure that they were heard, and raising their voices for people who can't speak for themselves, making sure that they are voicing their opinions so that other people can hear what the American people have to say and hear what everybody thinks about what's going on right now. I have a few inspirations on how on my show. One of them, actually 3 of them, are journalists, Rachel Maddow, Lawrence O'Donnell, and Chris Hayes. I was also inspired by Barack and Michelle Obama to raise my voice and make sure that I am heard, make sure that every youth out there is heard because we are the future and we have to know what we need to know, and I hope that I do that for you guys on my show. When I went to school, I tried to engage with kids about politics in my school, and it didn't work out very well. And I found out that most kids in my school are not really educated enough to know what they need to know. And when you finally find a person that you can talk to and you can actually have a conversation with, it is so great because there's people that you can talk to, and then there's people you can actually have a building conversation with. So I finally found somebody that I could talk to, and that was really, really great. My show is about telling people what's going on in the political world and what it means for them and their future. Also, all my facts and all my evidence are supported by reputable sources that have been around for generations and generations. Some of them even go back to Nixon and Carter. Some of them are the New York Times, the Washington Post, ABC, MSNBC, NBC. So if you at one point in my next few shows don't agree with what I say or doubt what I say, I encourage you to please look it up. I have, let's see, 4 papers of full evidence with so little amount of time to say what can be said. So there's a lot going on. So please stay tuned for my next few shows that are going on in the week. And before I go, I just want to say to the all young kids out there, if we pay attention and if we take action, we will inherit the world we want, or we will get the world that we want. We will make sure that we will get what we want. Thanks, everybody. See you next week. That's